what is up, you guys? Hope the party and like every day is your birthday, because we got another one for y'all today, man. And what a day, bro. What a day, y'all. Yo, yesterday I worked my first double at work. Holy shit. Doubles are no joke, bro. Any of y'all who work consistent doubles, you got my utmost respect. That shit is tough. It's not even like it's bodily tough. Like physically, mentally, I'm there. I'm ready to do it. You know, it's not a problem. But my feet, bro, my feet have never hurt so bad in my whole entire life. Feels like someone just got a knife, and every time I step, they just stab me with that shit, bro. It hurts. It does hurt. But we got ourselves a little bag. But of course, my car broke down. So now I'm taking my car to the shop today, and I think I'm just going to end up selling it, get a little bag, and buy a dirt bike, and just make that shit street legal. So, you know, save some money, have a little extra money, and it'll be a good time, bro. Because car insurance, y'all, on my car is $1,300 every 6 months. That's some bullshit. $2,600? Damn near buying a new fucking car. So screw that. And without further ado, we are going to get right to this video, man. We got the most legendary superpower fights in anime from VinnyTube. So make sure y'all do go show him some love. And without further ado, damn, bro, 9K away from 1 million. 1 million subs. That's crazy. Hey, by the way, we just posted our new anime review for Your Name. Would love if you guys go and check it out. And yeah, it would mean a lot to me, man. So without further ado, let's see what we're working with. So without further ado, let's see what we're working with.
I've done fight videos. You have those hand-to-hand fight videos and those showcases of power videos, but I felt I've neglected something. And indeed, I have. I've yet to do a video to show some of my favorite superpower fights in anime, so that's what we're gonna do today. But hey, watching top superpower fights in anime is a cool thing, but you know what's even cooler? Being able to do so in a browser tailor-made for anime enthusiasts.
Shout out for that, shout out for that.
Download this browser for the next generation through the link and kick things off at full power with Shimazaki versus everyone. I've talked about several different Mob Psycho fights in my videos. Well,
bro, Mob Psycho got such a fluke track.
That's what you guys mostly like. Still, how can I stop ranting and raving about Mob
like
Psycho
Alien
fights when it
Mysterious.
features some of the most visually spectacular battles the anime world has given us? I did notice, however, that I've yet to talk about this battle in the series' second season. Shimazaki taking on everyone was a treat to watch.
Bro, if you don't put that bitch-ass gun away, what is that shit gonna do?
Of the fight, and you get to indulge in the impact of it all. It's one thing to passively show you something, but it's another thing to show Shimazaki's dominance in such a way that you get pulled into it following the action.
Damn, he's just whooping everybody.
For another showcase of strength,
Who the hell?
Meliodas versus the Commandments is just the right one for you.
What commandment is that?
Instead of a fight, this could be more of a Meliodas flex montage when he tries to go one-man army against the entire squad. Doesn't matter what the Commandments threw at him, he always found a way to persevere through it all. An awesome looking answer at that, with him using those attacks as a source of strength, smugly taking them all for him to unleash an even more
powerful. Damn, he just got that little ass sword too.
Eradicate all of them. I consider this a legendary moment in the series, a fight to remember, not because of how intense it was, but because it more than represents the theme 786 has with the whack power levels and endurance of its characters.
How you get whooped when you got
isn't all there is to it. We all got our hearts ripped out when Estarossa steps in and puts an end to it. What follows is a moment that will be forever remembered as Meliodas outright dies. Yes, even godlike beings fall, and it happening to the main character who had all the momentum on his side not too long ago was all the more shocking.
Holy shit, that man is shooting the Milky Way.
We move to something recent now and one of the best episodes of One Piece.
I'm not gonna lie though, y'all, I was a little disappointed in One Piece. And here's the reason for that. They went crazy with episode 1015. Like, the animation of that was some of the highest level we've seen. Like, that shit could compete with some top animated anime. And then they went right back to their old art style after that. I really wish they kept up what they did with 1015 throughout the whole series. I know it would have taken longer, but I think that quality would have been way better to have. That shit was beautiful, bro.
With how long One Piece has been going on, it's no surprise that there'd be lots of memorable, even legendary fights involved in the world's creative roulette of superpowers. For this video, I want to take something a bit more modern, and I decided on Kaido and Big Mom versus Luffy, Law, Kid, and Zoro. This insanely animated battle is one of the highlights of this arc. It's one of my favorite Gear 4 moments for Luffy. It's also emblematic of the whole crazy, out-of-this-world gimmicks and styles that One Piece boasts. It's an anime bound by no limits, and you see it with how big of a deal Wano arc has become in terms of production. All of them duked it out, giving their all, showcasing their endurance, tactics, and powers. Yeah, I know this battle is far from over, but watching this scene animated just increased my expectation for the rest of the fight. FMA's final battle is here, and deservingly so.
Yeah, this was a legendary fight, bro. I don't even watch the anime, and I know this one went crazy.
Isn't the main appeal of it all that brought it such acclaim.
Look at that shit. Look at what's coming out this man's dual body. He got a bunch of little Pillsbury Doughboys popping out.
Flashy superpower type of show. At least the alchemy and magic isn't the main appeal of it all that brought it such acclaim. But the final showdown with Father does deserve some more love. It basically starts off demonstrating how powerful Father's become. That no matter how many forces combine to form a united front, no matter how many kinds of powers get thrown at him, it's all just meaningless. How do you beat something like this after all?
That bitch, get the hell out my way.
Of a god standing in front of all these humans desperately fighting for survival. However, we soon see cracks opening up, and it leads to one of the most powerful moments in FMA, the final showdown with Ed. The final clash with Ed is something more than a battle. It's a dissection of Father's ideals and representation of his fitting downfall. It's also filled with irony, just like how it's ironic that a fight that features one of the most powerful characters with all the superpowers ends with a good old punch to the chest. It's not quite the showcase of superpowers.
Damn, he has all the superpowers.
Further adding to the irony of things in a meta perspective, but it's the best end to an epic final battle that we can have for FMA.
Just like Glass.
Here's a movie battle for the next entry: Midoriya and Bakugo versus 9.
9?
Now, I personally have a lot of positive opinions
about
the My Hero Academia movies. They're not exactly manga canon, but they find themselves nestled right in between arcs, making some seamless transitions into actual canon material. Anyway, I love the first movie, but I think the second movie, Heroes Rising, isn't talked about as much as it should be. Or maybe I'm just not around the MHA community as much. I'm not even sure whether this climax is a cut above the first one.
Oh, is he sucking out all for one?
But at least this movie gave us the awesome team-up between Midoriya and Bakugo. It's such a well-done scene, them fighting against 9, with a lot of hype moments, culminating, of course, in Bakugo getting a taste of something he'd always wanted. One for all. The fight against 9 is standard superhero, superpower action, but the finality of it all, Bakugo's character arc somehow finding a sort of conclusion in this movie, that's what makes this one so good. Of course they had to revert to the status quo in the end because it's what an anime movie does, but damn, that was such a sweet scene. The presentation, including the animation, the music and the voice acting, it was all just on point. This is probably one of the best fights in the franchise, including the TV series.
Holy moly!
We proceed
that is a level 12 twister right there.
If you were to ask me what my favourite fight in the whole Arrancar arc was, it's gotta be this one. There are lots of contenders, sure, but could they compare to the build-up and the roller coaster of emotions that this fight took Bleach fans through?
He blew a hole in him?
Things started out
Other dude blew a hole in him?
Pretty hyped to see Ichigo and Ulquiorra
they the
fight
hole
as equals this time. Then it takes a whole turn for the worse. On and on it goes, drowning even Ichigo and Orihime down the pits of despair, only for hope to come in Ichigo's revival and new form. But something just doesn't feel quite right here. You get what I mean? It follows the usual hyped fight formula, but this is the one fight where the ray of hope that comes in the form of a new protagonist form feels
got his ass
somehow. It's all thanks to Ichigo's monstrous
give me that arm, boy.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes into the end of the fight blind and thinks that Ichigo's the villain in this fight between two demonic beings with how ruthless he's become. And when Ulquiorra does bite the dust,
what happened when the world hurts
he's
you,
about
man?
to start a redemption arc, we're left feeling hollow. No pun intended. Gogeta versus Broly is up next. Man, I couldn't wait to talk about this fight. The sheer excitement, the hype, and the eventual collision all made the first Broly movie one of the favorite pieces of Dragon Ball media. It was something special, and we all knew it when we first saw it. Decades later, Gogeta and Broly take on each other again, and they haven't lost a step in 2018. What more can I say about this fight besides the fact that it's one of those fights heavily carried by the hype and the context? There's not...
See, bro, y'all, this is what I mean, like, it visually looks beautiful, but it's just a little too much for me when it comes to... I know I'm finna get my neck strangled for that shit, but, you know, that's my truth, bro. I just feel like Dragon Ball is just a little too much. Now, how the fuck did I get even shorter from that? Now I'm too fucking tall. Just like the Bears, the last one is just right. But Dragon Ball Z is just a little too much for me, man. You know, like it's just I can't even keep up with the fight. It's too quick, and there's too much going on where I feel like we lose the great little points in it. Like, I love the sound effects and stuff like that, but I don't get to really see those punches all hit.
Years later, Gogeta and Broly take on each other again, and they haven't lost a step in 2018. What more can I say about this fight besides the fact that it's one of those fights heavily carried by the hype and the context? There's not a lot of derivatives of the word awesome that you can
like
use
if I
to
blink for a second, bro, I miss half the scene.
From Super up the power scaling even more compared to the two first runs at it. If anything, it showcases Broly's power to the point that Gogeta had to go blue to win, decisively at that. Overall, it's an awesome fight that both long-time and returning Dragon Ball fans have got to see.
Yeah, that just looks like a little lot.
Superpowers mixed with a lot of martial arts.
Hey, this was a beautiful scene right here.
Versus Hanami next. The first real test for a newly formed bond, the stakes being as high as they can towards the climax of the fight. There's a lot of things that make this fight so much hype. Then it more than lived up to it thanks to fight choreography that's out of this world. Each phase of the battle was masterfully presented, and it felt awesome to see Yuji and Todo put that fresh chemistry into work as they team up to take on what's the toughest enemy they've faced so far. Their techniques meshing proved to be a match for Hanami, and for most of the duration of the fight, it seems that things could go either way. However, there's one factor that turns the tides, a factor that the characters may not have remembered thanks to the heat of the battle. The one and only Gojo. Our favourite mentor makes an appearance towards the end, joining the fight in the only way he can, by revealing a new astonishing technique that easily defeats Hanami.
Bro, that man Gojo is so super, that's by far one of my favorite anime characters,
The Hollow Purple easily ranks as one of Gojo's best moments. If I were to pick a battle in the Fate series, I think that Shiro and
it has to be this one, bro.
Alta takes the cake.
This is such a good one. It's one of the top tier ones that we see.
At some point in the back of my head, I still love the two UBW fights to death. Shiro versus Gil was one of the most satisfying final fights in anime that I've ever watched, especially coming off Fate Zero. Meanwhile, the fight versus Archer with Last Stardust served as Shiro's coronation and still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. However, we're here talking about superpowered fights, and there's no better representation of the flash and fireworks of the mainline Fate series than the one in the final Heaven's Feel movie. This is nothing short of what we'd expect from Ufotable's Fate. Epic post-production effects, a lot of flashes, and quick, frantic action that our mortal eyes struggle to follow. All of these combine to elevate a battle to the next level, to drive home the point of how cataclysmic everything is.
This is a beautiful fight. This is my kind of fight right here.
And the presentation more than sends that message home. At the end of it all, this battle didn't even end up being the true final fight of the movie. I do think it's fitting.
It should have been,
while
though.
The previous two routes showcase a lot more fights, Heaven's Feel
actually,
is
I
just
forgot
a
which
more
one was the last one. I don't know if it should have been.
It's not the fights that grip us in this series of movies, but the more philosophical questions that they throw at us. Lastly, what better way to top it all
Naruto
off
versus Sasuke. See, I didn't get to see this fight, y'all. I'm about to watch it just because I'm that dude. But I loved their fight when they were litter. I still think it was bullshit how it ended, bro. You're telling me this man beat the Nine Tails? Spoiler alert. But you telling me this man beat the Nine Tails? I don't give a shit if he has that curse mark or not. I don't think he should have won that fight. I get it had to happen for the series to go how it did, but I don't understand how he won that fight. I don't think it should have happened.
Fight in all of anime? I mean, it's not exactly something that even I would boldly proclaim, especially with the number of amazing fights we've covered so far. Seriously, something like the fight right before this could have beat it in terms of fireworks, but in terms of choreography, we also have a couple of ones who could make a case too, like the Jujutsu Kaisen one. Heck, even with Naruto there are contenders too. However, what Naruto versus Sasuke has compared to them all is the build-up. This is the fight that's literally over a decade in the making. The fight to end all fights in Naruto. Everyone knew it was going to happen, but the whole thing surrounding it, the storyline, the fighters peaking just at the right time, and the stakes, it makes it one fight that Naruto fans deserve. And all the two needed to do was to put on a show and make the decade-long wait worth it. And they sure did. A long-standing rivalry that stood the test of...
You better not say who wins.
...finally concluded in an intense battle of powers and ideals, and it ended in the best way.
Yeah, I'm ending it right there, bro. I'm ending it right there, bro. I'm not even gonna risk it. Bitch, why the hell you looking at me like that? I watched it. You lucky I even did that shit. I could have just ended the video right there. But I hope you guys still did enjoy. What an awesome video. Gotta love Vinny too, man. One of the best top 10 complimation guys that we got on YouTube, bro. So y'all make sure you go show him some love, help him on his journey to 1 milli. Well, that doesn't really make sense, but he's getting to 1 million, man. So make sure y'all do go show him some love. And if you could, if you got any love left over, can you please go to the B-Day Reviews channel down in the description and help your boy out? We just posted a Your Name review. I thought it was pretty good, but I don't know. But you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Know I love you guys, and make sure you are staying easy breezy, but do not be sleazy, my man. Deuces.